So this thing happened with Jimmy Zhang recently, where because he goes to different events, and he was at the anime. Wait, I don't know which one it was.
Convention.
Anime Expo.
Anime Expo. AX, yeah. And then he's going up to different cosplayers, doing little interviews and stuff. He has a style where, according to him, he usually prefaces everything he's about to do or say. Normally he's not really the kind that just goes up and like surprises you with like a perverted question. Sure. He'll like tell you, hey, can we get real a little bit? I'm gonna ask you this and do that. Supposedly that had happened with these two girls that had basically wrote almost like a hit piece 10 slide post about him, saying that they experienced an unwanted interaction with him and that they had said no multiple times, and he insisted on like talking to them, and that he like insulted one of them by calling her like a tall girl with a fat ass or something.
That's not an insult. That's a
I wish
compliment.
somebody called me tall.
Yeah, so initially that's
Because you could have said tall girl long backs. And then that would have been an insult.
That's an insult.
But
the longest back
all team.
The longest back I've ever seen.
Called her a horse-looking chick.
Yeah.
Without the ass.
But tall girl with the fat ass?
Horse girls are hot.
Horse girls can't be hot.
Those are some like fucking rap lyrics right there.
Oh.
Yeah, so these two girls, they
Brontosaurus.
They put this hit piece out, and before Jimmy knew it, he was just getting bombarded with a bunch of like hate mail and everything. So the footage of this happening was, it wasn't really like out there.
Well, basically, the specific thing that got people pissed off is that they were like, we repeatedly told him he does not have consent, and he filmed us anyway. And we told him no multiple times, but he wouldn't give up, and he kept pursuing and asking us questions. And even after we told him no, he still recorded us and put the footage up anyway. That's what pissed a lot of people off.
Got it.
So that's when you read that, you're like, well, what a fucking scumbag.
Yeah.
To upload this footage when the girls told you not to. And then so Jimmy woke up to this and he goes, well, I have the raw.
Oh, so he posted
So he posted the unedited footage and kind of cleared it up. In nowhere in that video do they actually even say the word no, right?
Yeah, don't.
Well, not only that, they say, oh, you know so-and-so, which is like their common friend. They're like, I trust you then.
Yeah.
And then Jimmy was like, nah, it's cool. And he tried to walk away. And then they said, no, come back. And then they try to continue a conversation.
So they're just like cloud chasing.
Yeah.
Trying to ride this thing.
Yeah. Basically. Here's a little bit of it. How do you turn your shit up?
Damn, what the? This a con experience?
Oh, no, we can't showcase holiday mass sorry like this.
Yo, this is looking wrong.
So the girls are like standing over there.
Tall shorty with a fat, oh, hello.
So he only said tall shorty with a fat whatever because that guy said, he goes, what's your type? And that guy said tall girl with a fat ass. And that's the reason why he referenced that. He didn't make that up on the spot.
So that's Dom, the guy with the camera on his side.
He's the mutual friend.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, like he's got traumatized or something?
Yes, guys are fucking gross. Like,
What have they
Oh, I would leave these alone. Jesus.
What have they asked? What have they said that has
they don't ask.
led y'all
They
to,
don't
like,
ask. They shove it underneath their face and they're like, what sex position do you like? Blah, blah, blah. They're gross. They're weird. What hentai do you like? Stuff like that. No, so it's always good shit to ask. And get consent before, like, you know, like, quick question. Just be like, hey, do you mind if you ask a quick question? Yeah, no. So as long as it's nothing sexual or weird, absolutely ask away. Yeah.
So she gives consent.
Yeah. So he
If
hasn't
it's
even
not
started
sexual or weird.
Yeah. Seems like he's already out.
Where? Because I'm looking for it. I'm looking for the part where they're like, you Jimmy Zhang creep, you.
Yeah, they never. Why?
Wait, let me check this out.
Alien Romulus? Oh, that looks good.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, so their big thing again is that they said no multiple times. They had that like
They've never said
down. Like,
But in that moment, she goes, well, it's cool then. Go ahead and ask, right? And then so I think after this, Jimmy just goes, nah, it's cool. I don't even want to do it.
Yeah.
And then she goes, wait. No, you know Dom. So Dom is standing next to Jimmy. He goes, if you know Dom, then I trust you. She says those words. And then they're like, come back, talk, whatever. And then Jimmy just gave it up after that.
Yeah, they seem like a blast.
So what did he actually post that got them
He just posted.
so angry?
I think he just posted clips of that exact thing. This is just the full. Here's the. Oh, sorry.
No, multiple times. And she states that this is what I left out. I edited out the part where they said no multiple. But you can't accuse people like this. Now they got hundreds of comments flaming me, saying that I'm this predator.
Yeah, no, so as long as it's nothing sexual or weird, absolutely ask away. Yeah.
That sounds like consent.
Ask away. And after that, we left.
Right there.
Look.
Oh, that's the end of it.
No, you know what?
You know Dom?
So he declines. He's like,
Yeah,
okay.
he's like, I'm good.
Look, right there. You know Dom, I trust you.
Yeah, she said it straight up.
But then he was already at this point like, I don't want to do
I
it.
was just gonna have Dom take away today's interview, but
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
You know what? There's no need to riz or anything like that. It's about the heart, you know? It's not about all that extra stuff. It's what's on the inside that counts, not on the
Really quick, let
outside.
me take a photo of my partner.
yeah.
So that's it.
That's it.
So it's like she's.
And then they walked away, and it was
Yeah, that's whack, dude.
So here's the thing.
Scumbags. Yeah, they're fucking
The
lying.
two girls make this post, right? People start fucking
Immediately
going
attack.
in, canceling.
It's a bad post too.
Right?
Yeah, it's big.
And then guess what happens? Jimmy posts this video. One of the girls takes down the post, and both of them disable their comments.
Oh my goodness.
No response.
Unreal.
No
recant.
So now nobody there can
No
say
apology.
like, "Hey, for the real story, go here." Yeah.
No.
That's whack, bro.
Yeah.
That's fucking
Isn't that crazy?
Weak.
And that's such a tough part with this
No, that's
like
it.
culture, because like we live in a time where like when a girl says something, you have to like accept it and take it for what it is.
Yeah.
You know, because it'd be so weird to like
Question it.
yeah. But then like the second there's receipts and proof, if you take down your comments, anybody new is still gonna be like, I accept this fully.
Well, most people were actually mad, right? One of the girls didn't disable her comments, and most people were like, I am so disappointed that you would lie. You made me fight for you.
Good. Yeah.
And now, like, and then there were still people that were doubling down and saying, the girls were obviously uncomfortable. Why did you still talk to them? And I'm
Jesus
like,
Christ.
well, they actually said, I trust you. And they actually said, you can ask if it's not raunchy.
Also, the camera was basically chilling. They could have walked away from the camera anytime they wanted to if they felt uncomfortable.
But even his body language was like, right after they said that, he was like, I'm out.
Yeah.
Because if you're a content guy, like you said, Steve, like you
Vibe it out.
Yeah,
It's
you
like,
interview
fuck
people all the
this.
time. So it's like you saw that, and even halfway through, you're like, I'm out.
Yeah, he wasn't like trying to force it. He was already like kind of out of it. But that is the messed up thing, is that they wrote such a scathing long thing as if he did something so bad.
I wonder what prompted them to even
And
write
he
this.
actually did message them before making this video talking about them. He tried to like have a dialogue with them privately and be like, hey, I don't understand why this happened, why you said this. Can we talk about it and clear it up? They didn't respond to him. So then of course he has to do
How
that.
do these girls? So like, there's two women here. So like, they both know each other. They both talk. They're both like, this is a good idea. Let's take him down.
Yeah.
Like, how the fuck does that even happen?
Yeah,
It's
for
two
real.
adults going like, yes, he definitely fucking violated us. Let's take him down.
Right. And then they blocked their comments and they're radio silence right now after that video went up.
Yeah.
After that video went up too, hella people that's been interviewed by Jimmy came out for support and said he was a
All of
gentleman.
them came out,
He was
yeah.
nice. He was respectful the whole time. He told me before interviewing what the questions were gonna be, and made sure that I was okay with the questions. All this shit. And there's actual like, okay, so there's women that Jimmy knows that are actually in the sex industry, right? And they're like, these girls are the reason why nobody believes
listens.
people of sexual assault, because there are women out there who fucking use it as a way to harm guys.
They want the victimhood without the crime.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like what happened to my buddy Josh last year. This time last year, actually, it was the Colleen Ballinger thing where my buddy Josh, who was her ex-husband, was getting fucking flamed by this fucking liar named Johnny, who was basically saying that Josh groomed him and all this shit and sent him all these messages. And then that chick with the blue hair, but she's cool. What's her name?
But she's cool.
She's blue haired, but she's cool.
Cool.
No,
She did like a multi-hour documentary where she interviewed my buddy Josh, cleared his name, got all the receipts, got all the texts that they sent.
That is cool.
Found everything, and then all these people who were flaming Josh for months about this thing start flooding his comments with nice things. But it's like, man, if only you guys could have just waited for the whole story.
Why is it that? I mean, we've dealt with that too, with people making a one-way accusation and they just go fully on board and they don't even listen to both sides. They don't even like care to give, they just go full on and try to fucking cancel you.
And I know the kind of person that those girls are describing. Like, we see them all the time. They those are not professional people. They just want to come in and get a reaction. They're just trolling basically, yeah. And they're really impolite and they're pushy. Yeah, those exist. And maybe they think that by doing this, they're hitting that whole like community of dudes that are annoying like that. But then it sucks because specifically Jimmy himself, he differentiates himself from those guys. Yeah. Like, he doesn't do it that way.
I mean, he just does street interviews.
Yeah.
Good thing he had the raw.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Imagine if he didn't have that.
Imagine he wiped the cards after because he's gonna use them again or some shit. Oh my
dude,
god.
that would be fucked up.
People that do this, man. Like, you got to keep those video receipts.
That's
Because
And it's
if
like,
you didn't have that, bro, it's his word against everyone else.
The thing they're describing does happen, but it's like, if that didn't happen to you, don't make it look like it did. Like, this was not that.
Like, why, when Jimmy reached out, they didn't have a conversation?
I don't know why either. Yeah, he showed it. He showed his DM to them and it just went unanswered.
I don't understand why there's still people supporting them either. Because most people were reasonable enough to go, yeah, you guys lied. You're scumbags. Like, that's fucked up, right? Yeah. And there's people that are doubling, tripling down and still saying like, well, okay, the broader conversation here is there shouldn't be people. It's like, don't divert it. You fucked up. Yeah. You fucked up by supporting liars. Yeah. Why don't you admit to it?
Just say it.
Yeah.
Also, like, are these two girls influencers?
I think so, yeah. They're like cosplay influencers, yeah.
Damn, that's also just fucking, you're using your platform like as a weapon, you know what I mean? Because it's a lie, it's a
So they're willing to destroy someone's life and their career, so now they could be the martyrs. They could be the one that came up and be like...
that was their clear objective, was to destroy this dude's life.
They are horrible fucking people, dude. Whack, bro. Horrible people.
They didn't want like an apology. They didn't want something like that. They just wanted him to be burned at the stake.
And it's like...
They got it too.
It really wasn't bad at all what he did.
That is the most tame thing I've ever lived.
Nothing even happened. Like, it didn't even start.
But do you think they're so delusional that they actually believe that they said no, and then they're egging each other on? It's like, oh yeah, I heard you say no. I heard you say no.
Yeah, maybe
they're that fucking psycho, like that they think that they actually said the things that they didn't.
And they're spinning each other up.
Yeah, and then they go back and they're like, I thought we did say it.
Could be. Maybe they think that what they said should have easily been understood as a no without having to explicitly
but also
say
they call them back though. That's the weird part. He's like, okay, we're done. And he's like, oh no, you can do it.
You can talk to me, you're cool.
So that part is like, how could that's so different from no, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you really didn't want to, I'd be relieved that they're leaving. Yeah. I'd be like, thank God they're gone. Like, fuck.
But like, truly though, coming from like, especially the believe all women people in this congregation, like, what do you guys really think? Like, because if you guys believe all women,
I think the fatter the booty, the more honest they are.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah. Can we see her booty and just see how honest she is?
The bigger the titty, the less you need a committee.
That's good.
That was quick too.
I do like that one more.
Yeah, he wins.
She really says in that post that that Jimmy edited out all of the times that we state we do not consent. So when he shows the raw,
Thank God it's raw.
Thank God.
If anything, the raw shows them consenting more.
Yeah.
So I don't know where they got that. Maybe it was one of those things that they just didn't think he was recording. They thought they could say whatever they wanted.
Damn.
Thank God they just kept it rolling, dude. Give the cameraman a raise.
For real.
Yeah. Just rolling.
And then not only that, but they're claiming that they said no multiple times each. Not just one.
One of them said no.
They said, it says, and also tells them no. I say no multiple times and also tells them no. The word no doesn't even...
Wow. Very malicious.
This part.
Oh, he approaches us with his camera guy and someone else who he's trying to pay to flirt with my partner, which we found out when we finally saw the video.
Why do they say it's someone else? They knew him by name.
Zero flirting.
I think that's the thing is he was just like, oh, let's like rizz up some girls, whatever.
No. Before this, he was playing a game of like, okay, if you can actually like get a girl's number, I'll give you $20.
Yeah.
So they're playing that game, and then the guy Dom was like, I like tall girls with a big ass, which is like a reference to a quote in an anime. So he was quoting some anime thing, and then Jimmy repeated it, and they go, oh, there goes a tall girl with a big ass, right? And then so those girls knew that guy Dom. So that's kind of weird how they said his friend.
Yeah.
Right.
And they didn't call him out by name.
In Jimmy's message to the girl Laurel, he says, I saw your post, and first and foremost, I'd like to apologize. I made you and your partner uncomfortable about the whole situation. I think the way the video was edited made it look really bad, and I want to show you the raw, unedited clip that shows the full context of what happened. It was not portrayed as you claimed in your post. And that's about half of the length of it, but they never got answered.
Jimmy seems like a stand-up dude.
Yeah, for
the
real.
way he wrote, that's pretty.
Yeah, he tried to handle it like very civil, but they didn't.
Was
say
the
nothing.
original edited version of whatever he posted like
have
out of-
additional stuff?
well, just the out of contextness that he's even like apologizing on behalf of, like, did that
polite
make it look a certain way?
I don't know because it's based off of that raw that we saw, so it's just parts of
He
that.
took parts of that. Yeah.
But I don't know exactly how he edited it.
It's like when me and Nikki are in an argument, and I'm like, I'm sorry you felt that way, but like I'm sorry that I made you feel that way.
No, I understand that,
but you're wrong.
Because, like,
Yeah, because it says here Jimmy moves around him trying to get the microphone under my face to hear me. This is after stating over and over, I do not want to be filmed or interviewed or in his video. None of that was ever said.
You know what's funny is after that thing was posted, people that are on her side still said that it was edited. And I'm all like, how? It's one long take. There's no.
She even says, because we saw how that video ended, right? It just kind of like fizzled out. She goes, I end the conversation with that, and once again ask, nothing is posted, which he agrees to. Did that happen?
Bro.
Nope. He walked away.
In her head.
So this is the dangerous part. Is some people are so delusional they think that what happened in their head actually happened.
I think we need body cams on us at all times.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think in their mind too, they know that people are willing to agree with them before investigating it as well.
yeah.
They're like, I think they
that people will believe their lie.
Well, think about
Especially if they have the crazy fan base too, right?
and a bunch of white knights.
Yeah, who are down to, who are liking all their pics of them fucking half naked, who are gonna come to their rescue. Like,
I do think what
I'm gonna
makes
marry
this
her one day.
worse is it's two people that did it together. If it's one crazy person, it makes more sense to me
Same.
because they could psych themselves
You're
out.
two adult women.
But there's two people that plotted. That's what's fucking weird.
Yeah.
I think they just have a beef with these types of creators, and they think they now have someone that they can take down that'll reverberate through that.
But which is fucked up because it's like it's misdirected anger.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Do it to the guy that made you feel horrible. Because she does have a good example of a guy that did that to her.
And Jimmy doesn't like those guys either.
Yeah, so I'm like, why don't you call out the guys that did that to you?
Yeah.
Instead of waiting for the next interviewer to take your anger out on.
Yeah. It's definitely like because the way they say it here is like their followers ramble on about how good they are at picking up women, but every woman I've talked to about this genre of content was uncomfortable. Yeah, it's like generalization. It's like this doesn't matter. What happened to you in this isolated incident is all you should focus on.
Yeah. So it's no different like by saying like, oh, you know, this fucking Asian guy came up to me like and then so now the next Asian guy that comes up to me, they're all the same anyway. All those fucking chinks are the same. Let's get them. Let's get these chinks.
They tried. Credit for trying. I get what they're trying to do. I do understand. Like they're annoyed by. It's like if you're annoyed at fucking prank tubers, and then some guy you think he's about to do it to you, so you make him the martyr for that like scene. I get it.
I see how that plays
But
out.
then Jimmy specifically tries not to be that guy. So
Yeah, but then the crazy thing
your
too is
battles.
like,
yeah, pick your battles.
they could have even just told an actual version of their truth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like instead of lying, they could have just been
Yeah.
like, you know, even in retrospect, it's like this genre of content usually actually makes us uncomfortable. Jimmy was like doing a fairly decent job about it, but like just and just
I don't
use
like
that
this,
their content platform for like telling the truth.
Yeah.
And I think people could totally reverberate with that, you know, and like Jimmy
Yeah.
would have still been like, yo, I didn't want to paint you. If you got, he probably still would have apologized, you know,
Yeah.
like so So it's weird to just be such a liar about it, and now it's like you've chosen like violence instead
That
of.
is true. Yeah.
It's blown up in your face.
Yeah, she could have shined a light on, hey, here's what it looks like when like girls like us would like to say no, but we're afraid because they're filming and we want to be polite. That would have been a better thing than saying I said no multiple times when I didn't.
Also, there's this portrayal now of women as wilting fucking flowers. Like you can't say certain things around them. Like we're back in like the 1930s or something. Like, oh, sorry, I said hell around a woman. Sorry about that. Like it's fucking weird, dude.